I guess while I'm here at it making videos today, man, I'm going to promote these people here too. I'll take a sponsorship from them as well. I was talking about it a while ago on a boot video. We wore hip boots for so many years. Red Ball, that was another one that I don't think I mentioned, but Red Ball was one of our go-tos before Proline was. I can't even remember that other brand, but I wish my dad would have lived long enough to see this come to pass right here is these. You got your stocking foot hip boots. Kylebooker's the brand. They're just like the Proline hip boots, except for you got to have wading shoes with them, which is what I've been talking about here today. I just got this pair, and I swear the day I had ordered them, I had always noticed this, and I think I even read about a gravel guard. Of course, I don't have much problem with gravel here. I've never really had much problem with gravel at all, getting in my boots or anything like that, but it says it's got a built-in gravel guard. And what's weird, I had used these for a couple of years now, and I had never used that feature really. Like if I did, it was kind of more accidental. But I'll tell you what, I don't really need it for the gravel, but what I found it to be handy for me is keeping my shoes from coming untied. It didn't happen a lot, but my wading boots would come untied a few times. You know, it usually happened maybe once a trip or something. It wasn't a big problem, but I had noticed that had happened, and ever since I've been using these built-in gravel guards to cover up my boots, I hadn't had another problem with that. I say, man, boy, Dad would have loved these. But hey, these things, man, I think a lot of people might be, I don't know. I mean, maybe people have been using these longer than me. I'm sure they have. I mean, I know people's been using these longer than I have because I've only been using these for 3 years now. But I'm going to tell you what, man, I could not believe how these things held up for me, the briars and everything that I have to go through. And you just can't avoid it, man. And this is my second pair that I just bought, but I fished for, I think I started using these the year before last, but I think it was, you know, into the season by a little bit, by a month or two or something. You know, I'd already fished maybe a month, so I fished. And the last 2 years, I really didn't fish as much as normal. The last 2 years, I probably fished less. Last year, I think I fished less than I have in the last 20 years. So, you know, perhaps that's got something to do with it as well. But, man, you know, even if you could only get 1 year out of these, I think, I mean, you're looking, you know, a couple of $100. I mean, on the worst case scenario, get you a good pair of boots and waders. You know, if you had to spend $200 a year, I mean, the way things cost now, if you can get something that you like and keeps you comfortable and keeps you dry and all of that, man, that's hard to beat, man. These I could not believe how these held up for mine. I wore for, like I say, 3 different seasons. A whole year last year, which was a slack year that I fished less. So, you know, taking into account, maybe this is only last year for 1 year, 1 season. I don't know. But I got into my 3rd season with these, and when they started leaking bad. And I found out where they were leaking at was on the seams inside the shoe. I'm not going to turn these inside out, but there's seams that run across this here's part of it. Here they are. The seams on the inside of these, just from you walking on it and everything. And I started putting some insoles inside mine, and I wonder if that probably contributes to making them go worse. I'm trying not to use the insoles, but I really need them because my feet are in bad shape. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, what I'm going to do about that. I was wishing I could put the insoles on the outside, but I don't think the insoles last very good if they get wet and all. But anyways, Kylebooker hip boots, top notch. Like these just as good as the Redington boots, man. I mean, the gear that I would recommend these to anybody that wants to trout fish, if there's any kind of wading, I would highly recommend this brand. Highly recommend this brand. They're thin, they're lightweight, you know. They don't hold you back. They don't keep you warm now. I mean, you know, and that's a good thing for me because I get hotter than I get cold. So I'm sure you could wear some thermal underwear if you was fishing in the wintertime with them. They're thin, but man, best waders that I've ever had, and I've had a share of them in, you know, 40 plus years. We're talking about 43 years. They're the best I've ever had.